Hey guys, J0. Been getting a lot of messages from people who are in their own personal SHTF situation, and it just breaks my heart to see how many people out there are also in SHTF right now. And I will pray for all of you that the Lord opens up a door for you here pretty soon. I would like to say to all of you folks who are having extremely hard times, because I know a little something about hard times, you got to keep your spirits up. You got to keep morale up, especially with your family and those in your close circle. We have to bear a lot on our shoulders. We have to bear a lot personally in order to do that. Like my kids, I bear everything on my shoulders to make sure that they have a childhood and that they're not stressed out with what's going on around here. But at the same time, I take all of that I put on my shoulders and I put it on God. My faith takes me a long way, because God's definitely got bigger shoulders than I do. And my religious beliefs tells me that He wants us to put all that on Him, so that's what I do. I look at life as a long, old country road. And sometimes you're driving along and the roads are nice and good and paved and it's smooth sailing, and then other times you can see it coming. You'll start getting bumpy, start getting rough. Maybe there's a big old giant mud hole in the middle of the road. So you start driving and you get down into the mud hole and you get hung up on something and there's big holes and it gets deep and you get stuck. And that's an SHTF in your life. And when that happens, you got to just turn loose of the wheel. Turn loose of the steering wheel, move over, and let Him take over. And then from that point on, you're just along for the ride. And I do that all the time. I turn it over to Him, and I just step back, and I have to trust Him, and I have to put my faith in Him. And I'm okay with that. And then eventually, it never fails. He has never let me down. Eventually, we'll come out on the other side of the mud hole, back up onto smooth pavement, and we'll keep on, and then I'll take it back over, and we'll keep on going, because He already knows the road. He already knows that there is that big giant mud hole there. He knows how to get through it. And if I try to do it on myself, and if I try to do it by myself, I'm probably not going to make it. So knowing that I have the ability to do that, and knowing that He is going to take care of us, it helps me with my morale. It helps me know that, what, the storm's coming, and it may be a bad storm, and we may get beat up a little bit, but the thing about storms is eventually they're going to end. So everybody who is, and bad situations are depressing, they're bummed out, but please do your best not to be bummed out and depressed, because that just leads to anger and inner fighting. And then if I'm crabby all day long and my kids come home from school and I start crabbing at them, well, it's not their fault. It's not the neighbor's fault. It's sometimes things just happen, and it's nobody's fault. And it's taken me a while to learn that. I was very, very angry for a number of years after my wife got sick. I was angry all the time. And I'm just not going to do it anymore. That's not what life is about. When you're angry and you're always in that anger mode and you're all holed up and keep to yourself, you miss out on a lot of stuff that the world has to offer. And I'm not going to do that, and I'm not going to put my kids through that. And I would suggest that everybody takes a good look at their situation. And it may be bad, but you know what? It's going to end eventually. Walk outside, look around at the springtime, all that the world has to offer. And especially those of us who are preppers, we know how to weather storms. That's how we live our lives. That's what we prepare for. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not. I'm not going to sit here and lie to anybody and say, oh, life's going to be hunky-dory all the time. God never, in the Bible or in any of the religious books that I've ever read, God never promises us that He's going to make it easy on us. He just promises us that He's going to love us and take care of us through it. So that'll take you a long way if you stop and think about it. So anyway, like I say, I come in for a minute, had me a nice, cool, refreshing cup of hot coffee, and I've been thinking about some of the messages I got, and I wanted to put this video out there just to kind of let everybody know I'm praying for you. Keep your head up, and don't never quit. Don't never give in to it. Don't let the storm win. Okay? Don't ever quit. The end.